everybody, my name is Miguel. Welcome back to Lucid9. Alright, so we got a choice to make for our next area. So there's the tech sandbox and the tech showcase. What else? What can we do? Tech showcase and the sandbox. I'm curious what the tech sandbox is. I don't know what that is. So let's see. Hey, look at that! A tech promotion! He points excitedly at the map, reading in a clear, loud voice. Grab a group of friends, see into each other's phones, see the truth, conquer the world. That just sounds like all layers of sketchy. I'm not crazy about the idea. But think how much power you can have. If you know what everyone wants, you can be the most powerful king on the planet. He excitedly runs off before I can call a vote. Exasperated, I turn to the rest of the group. Are we really doing this? It's sponsored by the park, it's bound to be safe. We'll have the opportunity to see some state-of-the-art tech. The park doesn't concern me. I know they have to deal wisely with the proceedings or they'll land in some deep trouble. No, I'm far more worried about what the group will do with the information they get from one another. We drop into the tightly air-conditioned facility following on Yahiko's heels. The area is full of commotion, primarily from other young adults laughing, shouting, and clearly trying to embarrass each other with freshly gathered dirt. Hey everyone, guess who Yukiko likes? Shut up! Yeah, what exactly is this exhibit about? Yahiko's already chattering up one of the attendants. He returns to us in a few minutes, bouncing eagerly on his toes. Okay, so here's how it works. We each have the opportunity to do a little digging on each other for a few minutes. Then we engage in ultimate battle of wits by running a campaign for dictator of the world. Wait, slow down, what exactly do you mean? Well, we use the information we learned to convince each other to vote for us. Like, we can blackmail each other or make some kind of promise. Wait, what? I don't understand either. How will we do that? I just met some of you today after all. Aw, don't worry, Mickey. Usually, Lemonscape phones have already advanced security features so that they can't be hacked. The only visible information is what users want to share. Yeah, like they'd like us to believe that, wouldn't they? Well, guess what? Here we can choose to lower that security and look into each other's phones. Location information, browsing history, usage statistics, even message and call history. All at your fingertips. What part of this sounds fun? Are we even speaking the same language? Well, in that case, this sounds interesting. I thoroughly agree. Ha! I've got nothing to hide. Sounds like a party and a half. Guess that settles it. My leg is itchy. Pardon me. Anyway, guess that settles it. What's going on? Don't they understand the danger? Is everyone sadistic? I'm reminded of the time when Yahiko wanted to jump off the roof to test if he could fly with umbrellas, idiot. Him and his supposedly brilliant ideas. I sent some quiet thanks to whoever decided to build the pool straight below the railing. Guys? Sweet Misaki, would you mind alerting that fine lady of our decision? Misaki obediently runs off and grabs the attendant, who starts to outline the rules. The first phase of the game would involve 10 minutes of concentrated research. All firewalls down. Everyone would look into one another's phones. The second phase of the game would involve utilizing that information in an attempt to gather a following of minions. What exactly that entails, nobody knows. It's probably intentionally vague to leave room for interpretation. It sounds like a game around as fishy as the technique it's using, so I seized the opportunity to sit back here and run the timer. I'm curious at what my friends might be hiding, but not enough to sacrifice my own privacy. Right, are we all ready? Yama's being a party pooper, but aside from that, we're good. Embrace the future, Yama. This is the ideal of technology. I'll stick with pen and paper, thanks. Ha! Are you an old man? You don't even use pen and paper. I would if I had a pen that worked. You can always, I don't know, buy one? Now, why would I do that? Ah, come on, let's just get started. Yama isn't gonna join us. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Despite the climatics, this is the same music I was playing when we were having that chicken battle at that GFC, and in my apartment. Despite the climatic setup, the group proceeds to simply squat down and scroll rapidly through their phones. The silence is brief, only a few seconds pass before Misaki's face drops in horror. Icon phones? Who would bother purchasing such an icon phone? Just beside her, Yahiko erupts into glee. Ha! I knew it! I was right all along. Interesting. Come to think of it, Misaki and Yahiko would be the best at gathering phone information. They know their electronics inside and out. Masato, on the other hand, damn, can I use this for anything other than phone calls? Ryu and Akira aren't having much more luck. But where do I start? Internet search history? Purchase records? None of this stuff is juicy. Where's the questions about the meaning of life? Eri is silent as always. I have no doubt that she can secure the information she needs. She seems very capable in that regard. The problem for her will be presenting that information in the right way. 5 minutes. Already? Let's see. Yes, definitely. Ha! I shall rule the world. Why ain't anyone else using a running app? Govermaker. Oh, Govermaker, 3 things every girl wants in a guy, Govermaker. My phone buzzes in my hand like a miniature death knell. Time's up. The group explodes in a frenzy, practically lunging at each other with streams of words that sound like presidential campaign statements. I'll, throw lots of festivals if I get elected. Sorry, I'm not interested. Are you and your friend fighting over a guy? What would make you say that? Your search history. What to do if you and your bestie like the same guy. Love triangle solutions. How to stop liking. It's drama club research, I tell you. Maybe it's something that you actually do like me, Akira. Maybe that. I'm just making a crazy guess. It's a regular pattern. Searched every few months since last year. The most recent search was... Wave the white flag of surrender. I concede you have won this day. Eri smiles with innocent satisfaction as Akira registers her fingerprint for an official counter. So blackmail's an acceptable way to gather minions, not just fictional promises. Wait, what did Eri mean when she said, like the same person? Masato, join me and I'll advocate for track. You think I'm that easy? Hell no. Masato, can you pretty please join me? I'll advocate for track. Okay. What? Looks like personal preferences have a large impact too. Eventually my eyes land on Yahiko. In this setting, his usually grating egotism gives him a nice sheen of confidence. In fact, he seems to be doing better than everyone else. Say, Eri? Question mark, dots. When I get elected, I'll make a video game class mandatory at the academy. Dots, exclamation point. And just like that, she registers her fingerprint. What? Of all things, video games? Rui, if you join me, I'll give childhood friends a special legal status. Deal. What? Why would she even want that? What kind of legal privileges could you even award to childhood friends? Masato, my man. If you think I'm gonna be easy, man, you got another thing coming. I'll run a huge fundraiser for Trek by using my special access to Lemonscape technology. And another fingerprint registration. Yeah, he goes knocking everyone out like bowling pins. Elizabeth, I'll make Yama take private tutoring for the rest of the semester. Well said, you've earned my vote. What? What's that gonna? Why do you want me to take tutoring? Elizabeth, I'm both shocked and not shocked at all. Wait, at this rate, Yahiko will be the winner. Akira, I can provide lessons on love in... Don't say it! Take my vote! Take it! His last opponent is Misaki, who's also been disturbingly productive in the campaign game. She greets him with a smile. I'm not easily overpowered. Neither am I, Misaki. Shall we draw our swords simultaneously? A duel amongst dancing cherry blossoms. What is this, a samurai flick? They crouch forward slightly like they're going to physically lunge for each other's throats. A moment of silence passes between them, even as the others in the group continue campaigning to one another. Then Misaki and Yahiko both burst into action, practically screaming at the top of their lungs. Corporations will mandate required vacation time for employees with families. Social Security will redefine parental negligence. For a moment, they only stand there, equally surprised at each other's statements. Vacation time? Parental negligence? Why do I suddenly feel like I know nothing about them? They couldn't be playing around, right? No, Judging from their expressions, are completely serious. I shouldn't be surprised. There's bound to be a lot of stuff that I don't know. My friends have their own lives, and I have mine. In fact, they probably don't have any idea how Shigeru and I know each other. That's fine. Some things are none of their business. Some things are none of my business. It's all well and good. But it still really bothers me. I know it's childish. I'm scratching my nose. Forgive me. This looks weird. I know. Just ignore it. Ignore my face cam while I'm doing this. You're paying attention to this gameplay. This legit reading of... No, well, reading. Yeah. I know it's childish. I know that I made myself stay out of this game. No one kicked me out. I could learn just as much about Misaki as Yahiko did. Really, I have no one to blame but myself. Your strike found an adequate mark, son of Ikari. As did yours, daughter of Kasehaya. You have trained well. Ah, right. There's a samurai duel going on. However, I concede that your blow found a vital organ, while mine only made its mark on a limb. I concede this round. She presses her fingers against her phone to register her print. The moment she does so, a tone sounds by the attendance booth. Congratulations, Yahiko Ikari. You have won your election unanimously. All seriousness melts from Yahiko's face, replaced with shining pride. Am I a dictator now? You are. Oh boy! I really thought it would feel more awesome. Well, you get a prize, one for year of Lem Cloud Premium. I don't know what this means, but it causes Misaki to stand bolt upright and lean forward in anticipation. Clearly she's regretting that she conceded. Oh, thanks! But I already have permanent free premium. It's what happens when you're the son of two rulers. Actually, when I think about it, it's really likely that Yahiko is the son of some influential people. From the sounds of it, people who work at Lemonscape. He has an insane number of shoes that are all designer brands made in Italy. He's attending the academy without any scholarships, judging from his grades, and he doesn't seem to have any financial worries, or life worries in general. Maybe he really is the son of some higher-ups at Lemonscape. I'll take it. Then go ahead. She eagerly retrieves the gift code from the attendant as the rest of us are ushered out the door. Elizabeth seems refreshed on the activity. Rui looks like she enjoyed herself. Akira Masato, on the other hand. Dots. More dots. There's always a tomorrow. Hell yeah. And they're fine. Manipulating people doesn't seem to be their kind of game. Actually, what surprised me most was that Yahiko did so well. Not only was he efficient in his research, but he knew which arguments to use and how to present them. Say, Yahiko, you haven't gone to, I don't know, prep school or anything, right? Prep school? You know, where you learn etiquette, politics, how to talk to people, or more specifically, how to manipulate people? Ha! Why would I do that? My natural genius is enough. It's just one of the many advantages of being born in Ikari, my dear minion. My blood is superior. Right. I'm suddenly sorry I asked. Sorry, I'm here. Should we get going? She looks pointedly at me like I'm supposed to decide our next destination. Wait, am I? Well, no one else in the group is budging, so I guess it's up to me. Well, there's only one more to go, the tech showcase. And I'm assuming after this is when Shigeru shows her face. My eyes are drawn to a large, oddly shaped building at the center of the map. It's clearly the biggest attraction in the park. What exactly do they have at this tech expo? You mean, what don't they have? You can pretty much find every Lemonscape device on display there, even their new tech that hasn't been released yet. Considering the building's size, I can see how they accommodate it all. It says here they're holding some kind of lottery drawing for weed? I double checked to see whether I read that correctly. Surely they don't mean what I'm thinking, do they? What? Why would they be giving that away at a drawing? I'm puzzled as well. Someone mind explaining what this weed is? Well, weed is the stuff that most of these people roll up joints and they toke and they get their eyes get red and they start getting hungry and weed is just an acronym for Wall Electric Energy Director. Well, where I live at, it doesn't mean that at all. It's a new Lemonscape cell phone that can run on power from a wall socket even without a battery. That sounds like an underwhelming feature to be so hyped up about. We should go. This is an opportunity to introduce you to the world of technology, Yama. I feel like you just want to go for this weed. Not at all. I only suggest this for your sake. If you stay ignorant about today's about today's technological innovations, you're no better than a Neanderthal. That salty face of hers. They did invent the wheel, so it's not like they weren't smart. In response to my sarcasm, Misaki looks me dead in the eye. It's the same glare that she used to give me before she dragged me somewhere against my will. We're going. And just as I predicted, she takes a hold of my arm, pulling me towards the direction of the expo. Wait, what about the others? Oh, I'm sure they'll follow. No need to worry about them. Okay. Once we dart into the building, this is the same room as the Lemonscape sandbox area in the laser tag. Anyway, once we dart into the building, I immediately notice that the area is way too crowded for my liking. A stream of people push their way through the check-in lines, eager to receive admission. The scene is reminiscent of a herd of wildebeests flocking in a waterhole. I glance back to check on our group, but they're nowhere in sight. I think we lost the others. Good, with them gone, we have a better chance at winning the lottery drawing. I don't know if you've noticed, Mickey, but the odds aren't exactly in our favor. You must first play the game to win the game, Yama. That sounds like something a gambling addict would say. Ignoring my comment, she quickly takes her place in line. I'm a little surprised she doesn't force her way to the front. Luckily, it isn't long before we're called next. The attendant prompts us to hold out our wrists, giving us a pair of metallic wristbands. Imprinted on them are a set of numbers, which I presume are for the drawing. I take another hesitant glance around before entering the expo. There are way too many people here. Do you want to hold hands? What? Why? To prevent us from getting separated. Why else? Without waiting for an answer, Misaki intertwines her slender fingers around mine and quickly leads me through the crowds. This feels familiar. Her firm grip, her brisk pace, her resolve despite my hesitation. After all these years, Misaki hasn't changed at all, has she? She's still the same zealous girl who would drag me everywhere she went. A sense of nostalgia causes me to grin. Honestly, I've missed this. Misaki suddenly stops dead in her tracks, breaking me from my reminiscence. This looks interesting. She stands before a large rack, displaying an array of peculiar-looking goggles. There's an exaggerated curve to their lenses, making them appear bulky. After examining them for a moment, Misaki grabs a pair and tries them on. They practically cover half her face. I'm barely able to stifle the snort. Dots. What is it? See for yourself. She removes the goggles and slips them onto my face. They feel awkwardly large and must look equally as ridiculous. There are 3 video monitors displayed inside the goggles lenses, giving me a panoramic view of my surroundings. I feel Misaki's hand brush against my cheek as she adjusts something on the side of the goggles. As she does so, the cameras zoom in and out of focus. They're called dragonfly lenses. They're sort of like panoramic binoculars. They're kind of impractical to wear though. I remove the goggles and hand them back to her. She twirls them between her fingers, inspecting them closely. Maybe they were built to be sturdy. I guess that would make sense. Then let's try it out, shall we? Misaki draws back her arm and suddenly hurls them on the ground. Thankfully, they don't seem to break, but I can't help grasp in surprise. Wait, what the heck do you think you're doing? I just wanted to see if they were sturdy, duh. You didn't have to smash them on the ground, Mickey. What if they had broke? Then we would have been in deep trouble, wouldn't we? This girl, I swear she does these kinds of things just to mess with me. Before I can express my annoyance, a nearby commotion grabs my attention. I wonder what's that about? With mouths agape, a group of people are fixated on a large object hovering a few meters above their heads. It zigzags haphazardly in the air as it comes dangerously close from colliding into them. From where I'm standing, it almost looks like a drone. Watch out! In one swift motion, the drone changes its course and flies straight towards us. I'm barely able to push Misaki out of the way as it spirals into a display rack. Shards of metal and glass of the drone slide across the floor, but the goggles remain relatively undamaged. It seems they're pretty sturdy. Are you two alright? As Misaki and I regain our composure, a woman jogs over. Judging by her uniform, she must be one of the attendants running the expo. Yeah, we're fine, I think. I look over at Misaki, and she nods her head in confirmation. The woman breathes a sigh of relief at this, bowing her head, and I can't. Wow, I'm having trouble reading this. Bowing her head unapologetically. I'm terribly sorry. We were performing a demonstration, and the drone stopped responding to our remote commands. A demonstration? Oh yes. Would you like to visit our booth? The least I could do is give you a demonstration of our tech. I'm not sure how that would compensate for almost killing us with one of your drones. Of course! Misaki, however, doesn't seem to mind. Wonderful. If you two would please follow me, I'll show you the way. After navigating our way past the crowds, we come to a stop at a large military-themed booth. It's impressive, to say the least. There are a number of electronics scattered about, but I haven't a clue with what any of them are supposed to be. It's almost like someone just dumped a pile of scrapped parts together and claimed it was a state-of-the-art equipment. Or maybe I really am an Neanderthal who doesn't understand technology. Meh. The attendant places the drone, or rather what's left of it, on the counter. She takes a moment to examine the inside of the machine. With a solemn expression, she mumbles something under her breath. The Ikaris are definitely not gonna like this. Did I just hear her say, the Ikaris? Excuse me, do you mind telling us about them? About who? The Ikaris? Oh, they're part of Lemonskate's board of directors. This expo is sponsored by them, believe it or not. They're board of directors of Lemonskate? If Yahiko is actually related to them, then why aren't most people aware of it? Unless they don't share a lot about their personal lives with the public. That seems pretty plausible, actually. Are you two ready to see something interesting? Before I can think more on it, the attendant props a large tablet on the counter for us to see. She expertly swipes her palm across its surface, resulting in an assortment of colored patterns to dance across the screen. The patterns gradually warp into a digital face of a man. Misaki gapes at it admiringly. This is Max. Say hello, Max. Hello. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Contrast to his appearance, the inflections of Max's voice sound very human-like. It's almost like a bit disconcerting coming from something that looks so artificial. Max is one of our newly developed AI programs. AI as in artificial intelligence? Correct. While we've made some advancements in the last few years, we're only scratching the surface of what's possible with AI technology. Max is the product of that research so far. Misaki's eyes brighten in excitement as she examines the machine more closely. What was he created for exactly? He'll serve as an automated assistant for law enforcement in the future. An assistant? Max collects massive amounts of data from various sources and uses the information to determine suspected criminals. He would then relay his findings to the user in charge and suggest what action they should take based on the situation. But isn't it possible for him to mistake someone for being a criminal? Highly improbable. If anything, Max would be more efficient than humans. His judgment would be clouded by emotion. I see. Curious, Misaki reaches out to touch the monitor. Forgive me for asking, but may I have your... Oh, that's Max saying that. Forgive me for asking, but may I have your name? Startled by the machine's sudden inquiry, Misaki jumps back, holding tightly onto my shoulder. Huh? Oh, it's Misaki Kazuhaya. And how shall I address your partner? He directs his question at me. We're not partners. It's nice to meet you. We're not partners. Is he purposely being sarcastic? Are machines even capable of doing that? Thank you for your cooperation. I have stored your names for future reference. Forgive me, but I must shut down in order to perform my necessary system updates. Ah, of course. Have a good rest then, Max. The attendant promptly shuts off his power and carefully places him back behind the counter. When she pops back up, she beckons us over towards the corner where a large telescopic device sits by itself. This is a laser microphone. While they're used for surveillance, I sometimes use them to eavesdrop on my co-workers. She conspicuously winks at Misaki and as she hands her the headphones. The attendant then aims the microphone towards one of the other booths. The device uses a laser beam that detects sound vibrations in distant objects. It then interprets the data through the headphones, allowing the person to hear conversations that would otherwise be inaudible from a far distance. Can you hear it? Dots. Voices. Can you hear what they're saying? Dots. Ooh. Misaki suddenly removes the headphones and quickly hands them back to the attendant, her cheeks flushing a bright red. What did you hear? Nothing. Let's try something else. That sure doesn't sound like nothing. If I say it's nothing, it's nothing. Thankfully for her, the building's PA system crackles to life. We are now announcing the winning numbers for the lottery drawing. If you have the numbers 1623, please report to the front desk. Thank you. Immediately, Misaki eagerly checks her wristband. Looks like you were right. You didn't win? No, I wasn't even close. For a moment, she looks like she's about to cry, but then she throws her hands up in exasperation. This sucks. This lotto must be rigged. I don't think they would do that, Mickey. And I was so excited to win the W.E.E.D. I was so excited to win the sticky icky. The sticky icky. The W.E.E.D. Yeah, the way they yelled that out in front of a crowd. I was so excited to win W.E.E.D. I wanted to win W.E.E.D. As if remembering something, she turns to me with a scary gleam in her eyes. Let me get your digits. Sure, but I doubt I won either. Regardless, Misaki quickly pulls up my sleeve. I don't believe it. You actually won. Wait, really? Let us make haste. We haven't a moment to spare. And just like that, she begins pulling me to the front desk. I'm barely able to give the attendant a slight wave as we speed off. Okay, this looks like a good time deposit. What did we win? I won't know. We won't find out till the next video. So we'll pick this up again in another video. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video a thumbs up. It'll help me a lot. I'll greatly appreciate it. It is getting warm as shit in my room. So until next time, share this video with friends. Until next time, see you guys next video. Bye everyone. Obviously I can't go through there. Something blocking the way. So I don't think there's not a block down here. So it's most likely I need to go through here. Oh God!